everyone, welcome to the live. So actually today I'm actually promoting this special product that will actually be launching soon, right, in March 21st. Okay, so this is actually part of our ebook, okay, for our grammar and vocabulary practice. Right, so we'll actually be looking through some questions together among the 1,200 questions that you will be practicing together. Okay, so yes, welcome everyone. Okay, let's just wait for some people to join. Right, and in the meantime, let me just see where you can access these books. Okay. Okay, hi, let's just wait for more people to join. Okay, and let me check. Okay, so for those who are interested, right, we actually have this new ebook launch, right? You can actually head to our TikTok at Writers at Work, right? Okay, you can head to our main TikTok page, right? So over here, you can click on our link in bio, which will lead you to this web browser over here. And then you can see that we have Wow ebook store, and under this ebook store, right, it is where you get to find our newest and latest launch. Okay, our products. So today we'll actually be focusing on this, right? 1,200 PSLE grammar and vocabulary questions. Okay, so over here this. Okay, so it will only be released in March 28th, right? But we'll be going through and see how it looks like and how we can tackle these questions, some of the questions together, right? Okay, so those who are interested, please feel free to browse our ebook store, right? For those who are interested in our oral series as well, right, over here, we do have oral model responses that is for the new syllabus. Okay, so 2025 P6s and P5s. Okay, take note of this as well because this will be very helpful for your preparation of your PSLE. Okay, so this is very important, right? So yes, so let's wait for more people to join, right, before we continue. Okay, so I would just like to share with you that we have all of these products over here for you to browse, and we can actually get back to our work today. Okay, our worksheet. So Janine, blank wallet had been stolen, is reporting to her teacher. Okay, so for this question, right, we are talking about the wallet and Janine, right? So the wallet belongs to Janine, right? So the answer should only be whose wallet had been stolen, right? Because the wallet belongs to Janine. Okay, the wallet belongs to Janine. So the answer is number 4. Okay, for question number 1, the answer is option number 4. Okay, moving on to question number 2. You will be able to do well in mathematics tests if you have a good grasp, blank the concepts taught. Okay, good grasp, something, the concepts taught. So over here, right, we need to input our preposition. Okay, so which preposition do we use? Okay, good grasp something, right? So what would the answer be for question number 2? Okay, so a preposition actually connects the rest of the sentence to the noun or the pronoun. Okay, so in this case, we are actually connecting it to the concepts. Okay, so what would the answer be? Okay, hi, brutally honest. Okay, option number 3, good afternoon. Yes. Okay, good grasp of concepts. Yes. Okay, so for question number 2, right? If you have a good grasp of the concepts taught. Okay, so this is correct. Let's move on to question number 3. Everyone is required to evacuate the school immediately, blank a fire break out. Okay, blank a fire break out. Okay, everyone is required to evacuate the school immediately. Should a fire break out? Yes. Okay, so for option 4, this is correct. Okay, so should a fire break out? So this replaces the word if. Okay, if it happens to break out. Okay, moving on to question number 4. The deadline for the submission is 3 days away. There isn't blank time to complete our project, Mabel reminded her classmates. Okay, so 3 days away is it's quite tight deadline, right? So there isn't blank time. Okay, there isn't blank time. Okay, so there isn't. Okay, time is countable or uncountable, right? In general, it is uncountable unless it's stated in hours and minutes. Okay, so over here, we will refer to it as march time. Very good. Okay, march time. Okay, so we can eliminate 3 and 4 because this refers to less, right? And in this case, there isn't much time left. Right, we cannot say there isn't less time left. That doesn't make sense. Okay, because it is 3 days away, so very tight deadline. Okay, moving on to question number 5. Mrs. Teng asked her students to help her blank the stacks of worksheets back to their classroom. Okay, help her blank, right? So, is this referring to Mrs. Teng or is this referring to the students for question number 5? Okay, is this referring to the students or referring to her? Okay, Christopher and brutally honest. That is correct. Right, to help her carry. Right, so actually, because it is 2, right, help will be in the base form. And for this case, carry, right, this is actually because students is in plural form, which is why this is carry instead of carries. Okay, so it is not option number 2 because we are not referring to Mrs. Teng, we are referring to the students. Okay, not past tense as well because, okay, over here, to help her carry the stacks of worksheets, right, back to their classroom. This is P3 English, brutally honest. This is actually P5 and P6. So this is actually a part of our newest launch for our ebook. Right, if you actually head to our link in bio, we actually have a ebook store over here. Yes. Okay, so if you can see, we actually launched 3 new ebooks over here, and this is part of our 1200 PSLE grammar and vocabulary questions. Okay, so it's just completely, fully drilling our grammar and vocabulary questions only. Okay, and we do have other ebooks for you to check out. So we actually have just vocabulary alone. We also have paper 2 bundles and model compositions for you to refer to. Okay, so feel free to go and browse our ebook store if you feel like getting more practices and you're unsure of where to buy very focused, topic focused or segment focused questions practices. Okay, question 6. Pointing to the apples next to him, Mr. Raj remarked, blank type of apples is the sweetest. Next to him, right, only next to him. Okay, type of apples. Right, so this is a bit tricky, right, in a sense that many students would fall for a trap. Okay, do we look at type or do we look at apples? Okay, so this is a very tricky question that students would actually get this question wrong, right? So I'll just circle this question for you to take note of. Right, next to him, near, right? So near we can eliminate 2 and 4. Very simple because that is for when it's far apart. Okay, far from the person or the subject. Okay, let me just write this down when it's for far. Okay, but for this case, right, we are actually looking at type. Okay, type is referring to singular type. Okay, I'm only referring to the Australian apples, right? One type of apples. I'm not looking at Australia and New Zealand apples. Okay, so for this case, the answer is actually number 1. Okay, this type of apples. Okay, so this is actually a trick question. We do not look at this. Okay, this is actually the main focus, which is type. Yes. Okay, so it's a very tricky question that many students always will make a careless mistake over here, right? Overseeing the word type. Neither Nora nor her sisters blank going to the birthday party next week. Okay, we know this is present tense. Immediately, we know it's present tense. And whenever we see this kind of questions, we will know that we have to look at the second subject over here. Right, so we ignore the first subject, we ignore Nora. Okay, so we are only looking at the sisters. Okay, the second subject. Okay, so for second subject, if it's her sisters, right, immediately we know that it is plural. So I can cross out 1 and 3, very easy, right? And if it's present tense, I know it's not past tense by the power of elimination, right? I easily get my answer as number 2. Okay, R. Right, so actually with more practice, right, if you drill yourself with these questions, you can actually manage to do all of these questions very quickly and precisely, right? Hi Sherlyn, long time no see. Okay, yes, welcome to the live, right? This is a good chance for you to recap your vocab and grammar. Okay, let's recap together. Okay, so let's move on to question number 8. Right, the librarian instructed us to behave blank while she went to the restroom for a short while. Okay, behave blank. Okay, us. Right, this is clue number 1. Okay, while she went to the restroom for a short while. Okay, so definitely she cannot instruct us to behave herself. Right, we are not referring to the librarian. And us, it usually is linked to the answer. Okay, so behave ourselves, very straightforward. Okay, ourselves. Okay, behave ourselves. Okay. Bye-bye, brutally honest. Okay, Sherlyn, you reflecting why you got bad AL for WA1. Why? What's your reflection? Right, do you understand any parts that went wrong, or is it just purely on careless mistake, or you feel that, oh, I could have done better in a certain part? Careless mistake, I see. Okay, so if it's careless mistake, is there any way that you can prevent it from happening? Right? And for the rest of us, let's look at question number 9 together. You write plant instead of fruits. Oh no. Okay, so during exam you really have to check thoroughly. Okay, so if you look at question number 9, our debate team have qualified for the next round of the competition. Blank day. Okay, question tag. Okay, question tag. Hello Moonlight. Okay, answer is number 4, right, for question number 9. Right, that is correct. Okay, haven't they? Right, what's the hint over here? Have. Okay, some questions they tell you the question tag and some don't. Okay, so for those questions that doesn't tell you the question tag, you have to be more careful in answering it. You got the easy questions wrong and hard questions correct. Charlene, you really need to check. You cannot breeze through the easy questions, okay? So next exam, you really need to take note. Okay, so let's look at question 10 over here, right? Blank, we take action now, we will suffer from the effects of climate change. We will suffer. Blank now. Okay, you didn't have much time, I see. Okay, Moonlight says that it is number 3. Unless we take action now, we will suffer from the effects of climate change. Yes, okay. This is taking action and this is the effect, right? So we need contrasting. They are contrasting things, right? They have contrast in the question. Hi Ozil, welcome. Okay. Hello. Yes, swag emoji. How have you been? Right. It is actually March already, so it's just a few months time till your major exams. Right. Hope your preparations are okay. Right, so yes, option number 3 is correct for question 10. Right, let's move on to our, is it favorite part or least favorite part? I'm not sure either. You got CCA, okay, all the best. Okay, thanks for joining. Right, so yes, over here, question 11, what is Mpox? Mpox is supposedly a less contagious cousin of smallpox with generally milder symptoms. Blank, it can still be deadly. Okay? Blank, it can still be deadly. So which conjunction do we use over here? H, yes, okay, H. Okay? Yes, question 12. The disease was covered in 1958, blank the Statens Serum Institute. Copenhagen. Okay, this is a place, right? Take note, this is a place. Okay, this is a place. Okay, so it is at. Yes, very good, Moonlight. Okay, at the Statens Serum Institute, Copenhagen. Okay, so it is not by, right? This is not a person, this is a place. Okay, the term was eventually changed to Mpox. Blank the global outbreak in 2022. Okay, eventually change, blank the global outbreak. Okay, so what would the answer be? Okay, what would the answer be? Okay, E, yes, that is correct. Okay, during the global outbreak in 2022. Charlene, yes, it will dry by 10 March based on the weather in Singapore. Okay, question 14, right? Now, a new deadlier strain of Mpox virus originating from Congo in 2023 looms blank Southeast Asia. Okay, looms something, Southeast Asia. Okay, when we see the word loom, right, looming means that you are like hovering something, right? So that word actually means, okay, question 14, you usually use it with, What do you usually use it with? L. Yes, over. Very good, Moonlight. Okay. Looms over Southeast Asia. Thus, travelers should take precaution blank traveling overseas to safeguard their health. Okay. Traveling overseas, right? So, blank traveling overseas. Okay, yes, Moonlight says that when traveling overseas, yes. So at a period of time when you are traveling, right? 5W1H. So we can only use when. Please don't say where, because this is referring to the period of time. Okay, moving on to question 16, right? Blank through the exact source of mpox is unknown. Oh, sorry, this is though. Blank though, right? What do we use with though? This is a giveaway question. Okay, question 16. What do we usually use with though? Okay, yes. Even though. Okay, even though the exact source is unknown. The rodents are suspected of playing blank part in the transmission. Okay, what are rodents? Okay, what are rodents? What do rodents usually refer to? Right, have you ever heard of the word rodent before? Rats, yes. Okay, rats, mice. Okay, so if you know this popular book series that is very famous among primary schoolers, like Geronimo Stilton, right, they usually refer to him as a rodent as well. Okay, so yes, right, rodents are suspected of playing blank part in the transmission. Okay, playing a part, yes. Okay, they play a part. Travelers should avoid eating bushmeat and other raw food. Mpox spreads mainly blank getting into physical contact with infected people or animals. Okay, mainly blank getting into physical contact. Okay, they spread mainly okay, we use another preposition for this. Okay, they spread mainly blank getting into physical contact. Okay, I see that Moonlight has an answer. Right, mainly by, yes, okay, that's correct, very good. Okay, mainly by getting into physical contact with infected people or animals. Travelers should practice good hygiene and wash their hands or use hand sanitizer blank the absence of washing facilities. Okay, wash their hands or use hand sanitizer blank the absence of washing facilities. Okay, this is a bit harder, right? This is a bit harder, but, right, usually we would use something with the absence. Okay, this is a noun. In the absence, yes, very good, Moonlight. Okay, in the absence of washing facilities. Okay, so we usually say in the absence. Right. Now, last question. Blank signs of mpox infection include fever, skin rash, and other flu-like symptoms. Okay, blank signs. Right. Okay, let me cancel A, I forgot. Okay, so what signs? Okay, we are just referring to the signs, right? So the answer can only be M. Okay, the signs, yes. Okay, very good. And we are done with our grammar close. Okay, so now let's go on to the next practice. Right, so we are now at vocabulary. Okay, some of the students hate vocabulary because they cannot understand any of the words in the options. But with more practice, actually some of them turn out to be quite relevant in the sense that they are commonly tested in school papers as well as PSLE papers. Okay, so please do more practice if you feel that you are uncomfortable with vocabulary questions and you want to avoid them, don't. Okay, you should practice as much as you can. Okay, on our live, with our teachers, or just practice alone, right? You can buy the ebook and practice yourself at home. Okay, so looking at this, right? So, yes, Question 21. The king blank the knight's request to marry the princess. Okay, the request, right? Request. Okay, so we don't usually say allowing a request. Okay, you usually allow something to happen when there's this restriction. However, when I request, yes, I grant request. Okay, I can also grant access to something. Okay, I can also grant a wish or a request. Okay, thank you, Sophian, for sharing the live. Right, I hope that it's helpful, and for those of you who are here and you find that, oh, this can be helpful for your friends or your family, right, just feel free to share this so that everyone can learn together as well. Okay, so over here, right, question 21, yes, back to this. Rewarded the request is definitely wrong, and conceded, this means to give in. Okay, this means to surrender. Okay, so it's definitely wrong for this case. So the only possible answer we have is number 2. Okay, question 22. Emerging as the champion of the race was a piece of cake for Eliza, as her blank were not as skillful as she was. Right? So, piece of cake for her as her something. Champion of the race. So, Moonlight's answer is option number 3. Right? For question number 22, it is option 3. That's correct. Okay, opponents. First of all, right, her athletes, they are not under her, right? Other people who participate in the race are athletes. However, they are not specially related to her as term of athlete. They are more of an opponent to her that's competing against her. Right? Her participants, she is not hosting this event, okay? So it's not her participants. And her spectators, this is words, okay? These are people who watch the match, okay? Watch the race. They are just there to look. Okay, I hope this is a nice face. Okay, moving on to question 23. The Straits Times reported that 2 restaurants had their food licenses blank for failing to meet hygiene requirements. Okay, audience, yes, Moonlight. Okay, similar. Spectator and audience are very similar, but they are used in various different ways as well. Right, we cannot say that I am the spectator to the concert, okay, but I am an audience to the concert. Okay, so there's still a certain difference between audience and spectator, but the meaning is along that line. Okay, licenses revoked. Yes, okay, we revoke a license, right, to take it back. Take it away. Okay, revoke license. Okay, we cannot revive the license, okay? Reviving something, you know, if you play games, your character dies, you can revive. Okay, then for restoring, right, restoring something is when, let's say that, oh, I need to restore, let me think of an example for restore. Moonlight, do you have any idea? How do we explain restore in an example over here? Okay, so for restore, I see that it is probably, usually it's like restoring health for games. That's all I can think of, right? To put back into the normal, back in the proper state. Okay, so it's actually quite similar. I would say that 1 and 3 are usually used in games, if you happen to play games, right? And maybe for option 4, revamped. Okay, this is a makeover. Okay, pictures restored. Oh yes, okay, Moonlight, that's a good idea. Right, we restore the pictures that we lost, or sometimes old photos, right, and you're unable to restore them to the original condition. Okay, makes sense. Right, sometimes it's quite hard to think of a proper example out of a sudden, right? But I'm glad you understand how to use it properly. Okay, so let's move on to question 24. Okay. The saleswoman eyed the suspicious-looking man blank as he made his way around the store. Okay, the saleswoman eyed the suspicious-looking man blank as he made his way around the store. Okay, we are actually looking at adverbs over here because this word is describing how she looked at the suspicious man. Okay, so your answer is warily. Okay, 1, right? For question 24, yes. Okay, so why is the answer number 1, right? So this is to be very careful. Okay, eyed the person carefully, right? To take note of what he's doing, right? Swiftly means to be very, very fast, very swift. So in this case, she cannot eye him swiftly. She has to take a careful look at that person. Eagerly wise is very attentive and eager to do something. However, she has to be more careful in this case. So eager is not a very appropriate answer for the options that they gave. Okay, and lastly, hesitantly. This means that she is hesitating. She's unsure. However, she is very sure that she has to eye that person out. So the answer can only be number 1. Okay, so next question, right? Lily was in tears because she had been blanked by the coach in front of her gymnastics team. Okay, so we are at phrasal verbs. Okay, phrasal verbs. Okay, so there are words that come in phrases that have different meanings. Okay, so put up by the coach. Can we say put up by the coach? No. Okay, put up with something. It means to withstand something. Okay, I put up with this person's attitude. Right, I had to withstand it. Right. I put up with the temper, the tantrums. Okay, 1, 4, 3. So is it 4 or 3, Moonlight? Okay, put off means to actually be postponing, right? Three, put away. She had been put away by the coach in front of her gymnastics team. Okay, what does put away mean, right? Put away, it means to keep. Okay, put away your storybooks for now, right? It's time for lesson. Okay, put away your mobile phones, right? You're not supposed to be using them in school. So put away is to keep them or somewhere, right? Put it somewhere else. Okay, so put down, right? Being put down, it means to be scolded in a way that it hurts the person, right? So for this case, there is 2 meanings to put down actually. One is to, put down your pencil. The time is up, right? However, the other way is to criticize someone. Okay, to put down something. Okay, so criticized by the coach. I always confuse these two. Yes, Moonlight, right? It's quite confusing sometimes. When you learn phrasal verbs, right, you really need to take note that some of the words are very hard to understand unless you use them very often. Okay, so the answer is actually put down. Okay, just take note that put away and put down is actually similar in the sense that they have literal meanings. Right, so the answer is number 4. Okay, yes, would like the correction. Right, so it cannot be put away. The coach cannot put Lily away because he has nowhere to keep Lily. That is a bit scary. Okay, yes. Okay, so now we are at question 26. Okay, vocabulary close. So if you look at vocab close, right, Lucas woke up to the sound of his mother's voice. It's time to get ready. His mother reminded him tenderly. Okay, tenderly. So what can we use to Replace this word tenderly. I cannot see option 4. Oh, sorry. Let me just shift it up a little. Can? Okay, question 26, tenderly. One, yes, actually, gently is correct. Okay, being very gentle voice, right? Compassionately is wrong in a sense that his mother is not very compassionate tone when he's waking the son up, right? For compassion wise, we usually use it in a case of sympathizing, okay? Showing compassion to a rescue animal, right? So we don't really use that in terms of mother waking the son up. Yeah, sympathy, yes. So in that case, we can easily cross out option 3 as well. And waking your son up politely, wow, being so polite. Okay, that's not very true, right? So it's more of being very gentle, right, in term to replace this word tenderly. Okay, that day was a significant one for Lucas. He was about to get his first vaccination of COVID-19. Okay, so he was about to get his first, so it was significant, right? Significant. So what is the answer? Okay, let me just write the word here. Significant. Okay, question 27 is significant. So what is the answer over here? Okay, significant. 4, crucial, yes, okay. So that's correct. Okay, 27, very crucial day, important day for him, right? Important. So significant and important. Okay. Question 28. Upon reaching the clinic, the anxiety he was feeling all week surfaced again. Okay, surfaced again. Okay, so which of these words? He surfaced again. Okay, so which of these words has the same meaning as surfaced again? Question 28. Okay, 1, yes. Okay, that is correct. Moonlight, once again. Return, right, it came back. Okay, it came back or surfaced again. Okay, occurred in the sense that it just happened, so this is incorrect. Unfolded as well, right, it just happened to be appearing, right? And developed as well will be wrong for surfacing again, right? This is a very important thing. Means that it actually appeared before, just that it just went back down and then it returned. His anxiety returned. Okay, question 29. He looked around and saw that most kids were either engrossed in their phones or conversation with their parents. Engrossed. Okay, question 29. Engrossed. Okay, question 29. Engrossed. Okay, hello boss. Right. Wrapped or absorbed. Okay, engrossed, yes. Okay, so option number 2 is correct for this case. Right, absorbed is the correct answer instead of wrapped in the books. Okay, you are feeling very absorbed into the story, into the book, into the movie. Right, so that's how we used to describe it. Entangled is wrong because that's being like tangled. There's like a knot. entangled between something, the wires, right? Interested is just showing interest, but you're not fully absorbed into the story, right? So there's a slight difference in the meanings. So this is the correct answer will be option number 2. Okay, and last but not least, our last question in the passage, right? When his name was called, Lucas took a deep breath. He walked reluctantly to the vaccination room. He walked reluctantly. He walked reluctantly. Okay, boss says the answer is number 2 as well for question 30. How about moonlight? Yes. Okay, so both of us agree that the answer is trudged. Okay, it's not strolling. Strolling is more relaxed form, right? So option number 1 is wrong. Okay, strolling is to walk slowly and relaxed way. March and stomp, this is definitely wrong, right? Stomping means it's usually used when it's like angry. And this is more static, like robotic marched, right? Or the army was marching around, right? Army of people. Okay, moving on to practice 22, right? Practice 22. Right, so yes, for those of you who are new here, right, this book is actually our grammar and vocabulary, 1200 grammar and vocabulary. So you can actually access them via our TikTok main page, right? You can head to our TikTok page later and then you can just click on the link. And afterwards, you can just scroll down to our ebook store. Okay, our ebook store, and it features many ebooks. So these are our 2025 new releases. Right, we are actually releasing a few new ebooks over here. So we are going through this today. Okay, so feel free to purchase and pre-order now because there's a sale going on, right? Where you can save 20% off your order if you pre-order this. Okay, so those of you who are interested, just feel free to browse our e-store and see which fits your category. Okay, back to the practice. Right, over here. Ravi is good in mathematics. There are blank questions that he cannot solve. Okay, he is good in mathematics. So, if you are good in mathematics, you can solve a lot of questions, right? So, he cannot solve less questions. So, the answer is there are few questions that he cannot solve. Yes, okay, so that is correct. Because questions is countable. Okay, so we cannot use little and much. And because he is good, right? So it is not many questions he cannot solve. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2. Do look for me, blank you need any help, the librarian told the students. Okay, so this word actually replaces the word if. Yes, okay, very good. Should you need any help? Okay, question number 3. Blank, they had tried hard, they still failed to qualify for the next stage. Okay, they had tried hard, they still failed. Okay, so the answer is although, yes. Okay, even though they had tried hard, right? So they already tried their best, but they still failed to qualify. Okay, moving on to question number 4. Mrs. Tan gave out our examination papers during her science lesson, blank. What is less? Okay, that's a very good question. So we don't usually see less in the sentence conjunction for the options over here, right? However, less actually means that in case of, right? In case or just in case? Okay, less actually means in case or just in case. Okay, so how do we form a sentence to use the word less, right? So let me think of a sentence. You lost 1 kg because you fast. Wow, Sherlyn, you are back into the light. Yes, welcome back. Okay, so Moonlight, do you want to try forming a sentence with the word less? Right? If I give you the meaning of in case and just in case, right? You want to form a sentence? Okay, bye-bye, Sherlyn. Lest you need my help, I leave you my number. Okay. Right, in case you need my help, yes. Okay, so for fear that you need my help, yes, that can work. Okay, good job, Moonlight. Right, yes. So maybe I can say that, I was afraid to disturb the baby. Sorry, I was too afraid to disturb the baby. Sorry, let me think of a proper sentence. Right, I need to give a variation. Lest I disturb the baby, I didn't move. I tiptoed around, right? So in case I disturb the baby, right? That's why I tiptoe around. Okay, so it's similar in that case, right? But it usually doesn't come out in exams unless otherwise stated, right? This is something new that you learn to answer in exams, right? But most likely it will be the other options. Okay, but who knows? Sometimes questions can throw you off and they might just test you with this answer of less. Okay, question number 4. Mrs. Tan gave out our examination papers during her science lesson. Blank she. Yes, very good, didn't she? But why is the question, where's the question tag? Right, the question tag is over here. Okay, gave out. Okay, so she did give out. Okay, during her science lesson. Yes, very good. Our question tag is gave out. So it cannot be she would give out, right? Because gave out means that she actually did the action. She performed the action already. He performed the action. Okay, so didn't she, right? That's why here is positive, here will be negative. I saw Saleh blank the parcel in the drawer of the cabinet yesterday. Okay, question number 5. I saw. Okay, base form over here. Right, nothing new, base form. Okay, yes, base form. 2. Place the parcel, yes. Okay, so even though it is yesterday, we know this is past tense. However, right, I saw. So saw has the similar meaning to to and can, right? So I saw her place the parcel. Okay, so instead of number 2, right, the answer is actually option number 1. I saw her place the parcel yesterday. Okay, because we cannot have 2 past tense together. Yes, okay. Unless you don't have I saw, then Saleh placed the parcel yesterday. Yes, that will be correct. Okay, unless the question does not have I saw. Okay, because when you see it, it was just an action that took place during the point of the time you saw it. Okay, it's a bit hard to visualize, but I hope you can understand, right? So at the point in time where she was placing the parcel, that's when I saw it. Okay, so that is why this is in present tense. Hello Moon X. Okay, Climate change will cause Earth's temperature to keep rising. Therefore, we need to start caring blank our environment. Okay, very good. Right, very fast answer for question number 6. Yes, the conjunction we use, right? Oh, sorry, the preposition we use. Caring for. Okay, care for. This is usually used together. The voice in the song recordings blank believed to be that of junior superstar Jeff, but it has since been proven wrong. Okay, but it has since been proven wrong. So for question number 7, there is a typo over here. This should be BUT. Right, so let's just cancel this out. Okay, question 7. Yes, the voice in the song recordings for were. Are you sure? Okay, so we are actually referring to the voice or the recordings. Right, over here you need to take note again. Okay, so we are actually looking at the voice. And voice is one voice, singular. Okay, singular. Okay, so question number 7. The answer is actually number 3. Okay, question number 7. The answer is actually number 3. Right, was believed to be that of superstar Jeff, but it has since been proven wrong. Yes. Oh. Yes, both of your names have moon in it. So maybe I can just call X and light. How about that? Okay, moon, X, and moonlight. Right, but Moon X name sounds more like moon. The profile looks more like moonlight. Yes, X and light. Right, easier. Okay, Faisal blanked his work before he went sleep. Oh no, another error over here. He went to sleep. Okay, before he went to sleep. So Faisal blanked his work before he went to sleep. Right, question number 8. Okay, so for this question, a bit tricky. Right, sometimes we would say that, this is just a simple past. We're unsure when we should use past perfect. Right, we see this word over here, went. Right, it is in past tense. And before he did this, so before the past tense, right, it is past perfect. Right, after the past tense, then it's present. Okay, so the answer is number 3. Okay, had completed. Okay, so he completed his work first, then he went to sleep. So because of the word went, right, it's past tense, therefore the answer over here has to be in past perfect. Okay, let's see that the answer, let's say that the question is before he goes to sleep. Okay, so therefore over here, completed is the answer. Okay, so Faisal completed his work before he goes to sleep. Completed his work before he went to sleep. Had completed. Yes. Okay, so only in the case where there is a present tense over here, therefore we will use another answer. So for this case, because it is in past, therefore the answer will be past perfect. Okay, question number 9. Right, having blanked the balloons, the boys started decorating the room for the party. Okay, having. Okay, moonlight. Okay, yes. That's correct. Right, both of you, your answers are number 3, X and light. Having blown the balloons. Right. Okay, this has nothing much, right. So we can move on to question 10, not much problems. The siblings blanked since 8 p.m. as they were exhausted from all the homework. Okay, since 8 p.m. Okay, siblings. Right. So we see the word since. Right, we see the word since, so this is a very important word. Right, yes, the answer is have been sleeping. Yes, because of since, right? So it's continuous and ongoing since this timing over here. Okay, therefore they have been sleeping since 8 p.m. Yes. Okay, back to another practice of complete close. Or do you want to end off with a vocabulary MCQ instead? Okay, or actually we can do both. Okay, let's just try this out together. So, artificial intelligence is a kind of computer program that can think and learn like a person to help solve problems or answer questions. Imagine a classroom blank, some bored students receives extra practice problems tailored to blank learning gaps. Okay, question 11. Imagine a classroom blank, some bored students receive extra practice problems. Okay, so where? Yes, where some bored students. Right, we are actually referring to this place. Right, so X, that's correct. Where some bored students is correct. Okay, receive extra practice problems tailored to blank learning gaps. Okay, tailored to whose learning gaps? Okay, yes, right. Tailored to their learning gaps. While others dive deeper, blank a topic with a virtual tutor. Okay, while others dive deeper, blank a topic. Okay, dive something, a topic, right? Into, yes, that is correct. Okay, into a topic. AI can personalize learning. Oh, there's another typo. By analyzing students' data and adjusting difficulty levels or suggesting resources. This caters blank different learning styles and paces. Okay, this caters blank learning styles and paces. Question 14. On or for? Catering blank something. Right, caters to something. Okay, usually we would say cater to different needs. Okay, so the answer is actually N. Right? Caters to. Okay, a very common phrase we use, cater to. Okay? Okay, moving on. Ensuring no student is left behind. AI tutors can provide immediate feedback and answer questions at any time, offering extended support outside blank class hours. Okay, outside. Preposition outside. Of, yes. Very good, Moon X. Okay, outside of class hours. Yes, Moonlight, that's correct. Learning can also be gamified with AI, making it more engaging, blank, interactive. Okay, making it more engaging, blank, interactive. And yes, we just need to connect them together. And imagine practicing math blank, a captivating educational game. Or exploring historical events in a virtual reality simulation. Okay, imagine practicing math. Okay, there's this word that can replace via. Yes, okay. Moon X, that's correct. Okay, through a captivating educational game. Yes, Moonlight. M. M for your usernames, right? Moonlight and Moon X. Okay, what a coincidence. Okay, however, AI is a tool, and like any tool, its effectiveness depends on the user. Teachers remain crucial guides, responsible, blank setting learning goals, monitoring progress, and fostering social interactions. Blank AI cannot replicate. Hey, so responsible, blank setting learning goals. Yes, very easy, right? Responsible for setting learning goals. Okay, responsible for. Okay, so the answer is D. Right, next, fostering social interactions, blank AI cannot replicate. Okay, fostering social interactions, blank AI cannot replicate. Okay, social interactions, yes. Okay, that AI cannot replicate. Okay, it's a bit difficult because now they are on separate pages, but just the last question for our grammar close. Right, AI can free up valuable time for teachers to focus blank what they do best. Okay, to focus blank something. Yes, okay. So to focus on, right, to focus on what they do best. So the answer is H. Okay, focus on what they do best. Okay, and lastly, moving on to our vocabulary, right? So over here, right, our last two practices of the day, right, just 10 more questions left. Yay, vocab, yes. Okay, so we are now at vocabulary. In spite of the rising cost, the chef refused to blank on the quality of the ingredients he used for his dishes. Okay, he refused to blank on the quality of the ingredients. Okay, refused to yes, option number 4 is correct. Okay, compromise on the quality. Right, come to an agreement, right, compromise. Okay, contemplate means that you are pondering and thinking over choices. I'm contemplating on whether I should do this or I shouldn't, right? So yes, answer is number 4. Okay, compensate means to pay back. Okay, and conclude means to end, conclusion, right? To end of things. Mr. Ma is an extremely meticulous worker. He will make sure that all the details in his report are clearly spelled out before submitting it to his manager. Right, all the details. This is a big clue. So yes, right, meticulous. Okay, it cannot be carefree and competitive, right? These are completely off the agenda of Mr. Ma's role, right? He is making sure that every single detail is not missed out. Okay, so the answer is number 3. It is impossible to hear you over this blank chatter here. Let's go somewhere quieter. Okay, chatter. Impossible to hear, right? So there's this constant or continuous chatter. Okay, so there's a word that actually replaces this, right? It's actually incessant, right? Non-stop. Okay, non-stop. Okay, so the answer is number 4. Okay, non-stop chatter here. Okay, we don't really refer it to a strong chatter, right? Yes, it is a strong sound effect if you were to refer to it in that sense, but rumbling chatter is also not correct. Animated. Okay, understand that some people may say that it's animated because maybe a lot of people are very lively, right? But we would use option number 4, right? Incessant, continuous, non-stop, so it's unable to hear each other. Okay, question number 24. John is truly a changed person after the discipline master spoke to him. It is as though he had gone through a complete blank to become someone new. Okay, complete. Is it overturned for question 24? Question 24, is it overturned? Okay, a complete something. So what is the meaning of overturn? Okay, overturn has several meanings, right? Overturn can mean capsize, right? The ship overturned, capsizing, or it can also mean to in a sense reverse, right? Or cancel. Okay, however, to become someone new, right? A complete big change. Okay, a complete big change. So for this case, the answer is actually, right, option number 4, metamorphosis. Okay, even though we usually use this for animals or insects, right, to form from an immature form to an adult form, however, we can also use this to say that, oh, change in the form of nature of a person to a completely different one. Okay, so metamorphosis, right, change in a person's nature to a completely different one. Okay, so therefore this will be the correct answer. Okay, complete modification. Okay, modification is to modify something, to edit. Okay, so please modify your choices before you submit this form. Okay, please modify your personal details, right, because there's an error. Like example, if I put my home address wrongly, then I would say, oh, please modify your address before you submit it, okay, to the correct one. Okay, that's modification. But we don't really say a person undergo modification unless they have plastic surgery or like they modify their features or just undergo. So cannot use on human. Rarely, Moonlight, we rarely use modify on human unless you can say that they went through modification on their facial features, which means that they underwent plastic surgery. Okay, so that's when we use a modification to their nose, where they put nose fillings, or like they modified their lips to make them look thinner or thicker, right? Sometimes you see those news articles or celebrities, they undergo plastic surgery. Maybe that's when we use modify for people. Okay, but for the nature of people, usually we can say they turn over a new leaf, which is why I understand some of you would write overturn. But this is different from the meaning as turn over a new leaf. Okay, so it's completely different meaning. Okay, they are not the same meaning, even though they sound similar. Okay, so I understand that there's a bit of a confusion over here. Okay, but take note that there are different meanings, and this means to change your personality to become better. Okay, so yes, hope you understand. And our last question of today, right? We need to stay focused in order to achieve our goals. We should not blank to temptations that distract us. Okay, temptations that distract us. Right, we should not blank to temptations that distract us. Okay, yes, okay, we should not give in to temptations that distract us. This is correct. Okay, give in to temptations that distract us. Okay, so this means that we should not just give in to the temptations, to surrender. right? Give up means to it also means to surrender in a sense, but giving up, it means to forego something, right? I just give up on the chance, on the opportunity, right? Give off usually means that, oh, it gives off a unpleasant smell, okay? Emitting something, give off bad vibes, right? Nowadays, a lot of students, let's say, this person got bad vibes, right? The slangs that you use, right? This person give off bad vibes or something, right? So yes, this give off, right? It's giving off some, yes, if you can understand that. Giving out, it means to, oh, hand out something. I give out worksheets to the students, or I'm giving out goodie bags to the people who attended my birthday party. Okay, so that is all for today. Right, thank you all for joining our live. Okay, I will see you all soon, and we do have other lives later on. Right, so do remember to tune in to our live at 4 p.m. right, because another teacher will be taking over to go through papers together. Okay, so stay tuned, right, and come back soon. Okay, I'll see you all. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you Moon X and Moonlight. Wow. Yes, wow. Okay, see you. Right, do remember to follow us if you haven't, so you can stay updated to join our lives. Okay, bye bye.